Good morning, my dear students. How are you all? I hope you all are doing your assignments regularly. Today, we are going to begin with a new chapter, the tsunami. What is tsunami? Tsunami is a series of water waves caused by the displacement of large volume of water body, usually an ocean. Today, we are in this chapter we will come to know about important and inspiring incidents. These occurred when tsunami hit some places of India. The stories are from Andaman and Nicobar Islands. The main characters in the story are Igneous, Sanjeev, Almaz, Meghnath, Tilly Smith, and animals. We Here you can see the picture of Tilly Smith. This girl is Tilly Smith, who was there in Thailand during that time. This picture is again from Thailand, the beach of Thailand. She played a very important role during that time, and we'll come to know about it when we will read the story. There are many incidents there. This is the picture of tsunami after the tsunami had hit Andaman and Nicobar Islands and few parts of India. This is the condition of the place. The tsunami, first is the introduction given. A tsunami is a very large and powerful wave caused by earthquakes under the sea. On 26 December 2004, a tsunami hit Thailand and parts of India such as the Andaman and Nicobar Islands and the Tamil Nadu coast. Here are some stories of courage and survival. Did animals sense that a tsunami was coming? Some stories suggest that they did. We come to know in the story about animals also that did they come to know about tsunami before only or not. There are certain stories that tell us that they came to know about it before only because of their acute hearing sense. And this tsunami took place on 26th December 2004. The first story mentioned here is of the unfortunate Igneous, the first main character. These stories are all from Andaman and Nicobar archipelago. Igneous was the manager of a cooperative society in Kachal. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she felt an earthquake. Igneous carefully took his television set off its table and put it down on the ground so that it would not fall and break. Then the family rushed out of the house. When the tremors stopped, they saw the sea rising. In the chaos and confusion, two of his children caught hold of the hands of their mother's father and mother's brother and rushed in the opposite direction. He never saw them again. His wife was also swept away. Only the three other children who came with him were saved. Now it's time for the explanation. Igneous was unfortunate. Why? The first part of the story is about Igneous only. His wife woke him up at 6 a.m. because she had sensed earthquake there. Igneous put his television on the ground to save it from earthquake. Then all the members of the family rushed out. When the tremor stopped, they saw the sea rising. When they felt the tremors, and when these tremors stopped, they felt that the sea was rising. This caused them confusion. They ran, but in opposite direction. They did not run all together, they all ran in opposite directions. His wife was swept away. Her two children, along with her father and brother, were also lost. Thus, Ignace lost his wife, two children, his father in law, and his brother in law in tsunami. That's why I said he was the unfortunate one. He had lost his wife, his two children, his father in law, and brother in law in tsunami. Next is the policeman, that is Sanjeev. He was a brave policeman. Sanjeev was a policeman serving in Kajal Island of the Nicobar group of islands. He somehow managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter from the waves. But then he heard the cries for the help from the wife of John, the guest house cook. Sanjeev jumped into the water to rescue her, but they both swept away. This is the story of Sanjeev. Now I'll give you the explanation of it. Sanjeev was a policeman. He had managed to save himself, his wife, and his baby daughter. But all of a sudden, he heard the cries for help, and that was none other than John's wife. These were from John's wife. John was the guest house cook. So Sanjeev jumped into the water to save her, but they both swept away and drowned. Again, we lost Sanjeev as well as John's wife during tsunami. Now, the third incident is of Meghna. 13-year-old Meghna was swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She spent 2 days floating in the sea, holding onto a wooden door. 11 times she saw relief helicopter overhead, but they did not see her. She was brought to the shore by a wave and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. Now, this is the story of Meghna. Here we come to know that Meghna was a fortunate girl. Why she was fortunate? She was 13-year-old. She swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. She held onto a wooden door and kept floating on it for 2 days. She was brought to the shore by the waves and was saved. You can see here she was 13 years old. This girl was 13 years old. She swept away along with her parents and 77 other people. But she was saved. How? Because she spent 2 days floating in the sea holding on a wooden door. She saw 11 times the relief helicopter overhead, but they did not see her. They were not able to see her. She was brought to the shore by the waves and was found walking on the seashore in a daze. And after that, they saw her walking on the seashore in a daze. Next story is of Alma Javed. Alma Javed and Meghna's story are somewhat similar. But first, I'll tell you the story of Alma Javed and then we'll discuss about both of them. Alma Javed was a 10-year-old. She was a student of Caramel Convent in Port Blair, where her father had a petrol pump. Her mother, Raila's home was in Nankori Island. The family had gone there to celebrate Christmas. When the tremors came early in the morning, the family was sleeping. Alma's father saw the seawater recede. He understood that the water would come rushing back with a great force. He woke everyone up and tried to push them to a safer place. As they ran, Her grandfather was hit on head by something and he fell down. His father rushed to help him. Then came the first giant wave that swept both of them away. Alma's mother and aunt stood clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, calling out to her. A wave uprooted the tree and they too were washed away. Alma saw a log of wood floating. She climbed onto it. Then she fainted. When she woke up, she was in a hospital in Karmotra. From there, she was brought to Port Blair. The little girl does not want to talk about the incident with anyone. She is still, still traumatized. Now, there was a tragedy. I called Meghna fortunate one because she was able to survive. Here, Alma also able to survive, but she had to face a lot of struggles. What struggles? Same happened with Meghna also, but in front of the eyes of Alma Javed, she could see what was happening. Alma was 10 years old, the family was sleeping, but her father had woken up. He saw that the water was receding. He could see that the water was moving back, and he knew when the water moves back, it comes back with a force. He knew it would come back with a great force. He woke everyone up and he tried to rush to a safer place. As they were running, they ran. Alma's grandfather was hit by something. Alma's father went to save his father, but both of them swept away. Now, Alma's mother and her aunt, they clinged to a. Uh, here you can see that they were clinging to the leaves of a coconut tree, and they were trying to call out Alma to come there only, but the wave uprooted the tree, and they all too washed away. They were swept away with the tree and they were holding on. What did Alma do? Alma saw a log of wood and she climbed onto it. Then she fainted. She woke up in the hospital in Karmotra, but she was saved. Till date, she doesn't want to discuss about it because she was shocked. She's still traumatized. That's why she doesn't want to discuss about it anymore. But if you can see that Alma and Meghna's stories are quite similar. They both lost their families in tsunami. They held on to the wooden plank and managed to save themselves. They both are actually the live examples of bravery and resilience. Yes. Now comes the story of Tilly Smith. Tilly Smith was quite intelligent. Tilly Smith lives Sorry. Now here is the story from Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake of northern Sumatra earlier that morning. The water was swelling and kept coming in. Penny Smith remembered the beach was getting smaller and smaller. I didn't know what was happening. But Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. Her mind kept going back to the geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to foam, bubble, and form whirlpools. She remembered that she had seen this in the class in a video of tsunami that had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. Her geography teacher had shown her the video and told them that tsunami can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslides. Tilly started to scream at her family to get off the beach. She talked about an earthquake under the sea. She got more and more hysterical, said her mother, Penny. I didn't know what a tsunami was, but seeing my daughter going frightened, I thought something serious was going on. Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come out after them. I was screaming, run! The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. The building withstood the surge of the three tsunami waves. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. The Smiths later met other tourists who had lost entire families. Thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, they had been uh, forewarned. Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmates her terrifying tale. Now, the explanation. This story is from Thailand. Tilly's family had gone actually to Thailand from England to celebrate Christmas. It was 26th December 2004. She was standing with her family on the beach, and Tilly and her mother, Penny Smith, both saw that the water was swelling. The beach was getting smaller and smaller. The beach was getting smaller and smaller every moment. They saw the sea slowly rise and start to foam. Tilly saw the sea making whirlpools. You can see here it is written that it occurred on 26 December 2004, and Penny, the mother, and Tilly could see that the beach was getting smaller and smaller. Now, the bad sign was Tilly's mother was not alarmed by these signs. She did not understand what was going on. Tilly remembered the video that her geography teacher had shown her. But Tilly remembered that she had seen a video in the class that her geography teacher had shown her 2 weeks before. It occurred to her that these were the sure signs of tsunami. She screamed. She became a little hysterical. She became hysterical. She was out of control. She started shouting and screaming and asked her family to go off the beach. The mother did not sense anything terrible. She, however, felt that the daughter here must be right. She felt that the daughter must be right, that something was wrong with her and she was not understanding or getting what she was trying to do. But they did what Tilly said. Tilly's parents, Tilly Hare, actually came as a survivor. Tilly's parents took her and her sister to the swimming pool at the hotel, and many others who were there on the beach left that place. And then it was as if the entire sea came after them. The family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel, and the building withstood the force of tsunami. If they had stayed on the beach, they would have been dead. You can see here that she had become so hysterical. She started shouting and crying and screaming that she wanted everybody to leave the beach at once because she remembered the geography lesson that she had seen 2 weeks back. So the parents took her seriously, and if they would have not taken her seriously, they would have lost their lives. She came as a survivor there, and she saved everybody's life. The family took refuge on the third floor, in the hotel on the third floor, and of the hotel. The building was able to like They were able. The building withstood the surge of the three tsunami waves, and if they had stayed on the beach, they would have not been alive. Then Smiths later met with other tourists who had actually lost their entire family. So we should be thankful to Tilly here and her geography lesson that she had warned everybody. When Tilly went back to her school, she told the story to her, the terrifying tale to her friends and classmates. Now it's time for the animals to enter. Let's see what role did they play there. Before the giant wave slammed into the coast in India and Sri Lanka, wild and domestic animals seemed to know what was about to happen. They fled to safety. According to the eyewitness accounts, elephants screamed and ran for higher ground, dogs refused to go outdoors, flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas, and zoo animals rushed into their shelters and could not be enticed to come back out. Many people believe that animals possess a sixth sense and know when the earth is going to shake. Some experts believe that animals have more acute hearing and helps them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. They can sense an approaching disaster long before humans realize what's going on. We cannot be sure whether animals have a sixth sense or not, but the fact is that giant waves that rolled through the Indian Ocean killed more than 150,000 people in a dozen countries, but not many animals have been reported dead. Along India's Kador coast, where thousands of people perished, buffaloes, goats, and dogs were found unharmed. The Yala National Park in Sri Lanka is home to a variety of animals including elephants, leopards, and 130 species of birds. 60 visitors were washed away from the Patanangal beach inside the park, but no animal carcasses were found except for two water buffaloes. About an hour before the tsunami hit, people at Yala National Park had observed three elephants running away from the Patanangal beach. A Sri Lankan gentleman who lives on the coast near the gale said his dogs would not go out for their daily run on the beach. They are usually excited to go on this outing, he said, but on that day they refused to go and most probably saved his life. Now, through this, we come to know that animals actually have uh, two main things. Some experts say that they have acute hearing sense, and some of them say that they have a good sixth sense, and that's why they came to know that tsunami is or any disaster is approaching long before the humans actually realize what's going on. Some people believe that animals possess sixth sense, and in tsunami, we come to know that 150,000 people in a dozen countries were killed, but not many animals have been reported dead. Not many animals were killed. That means that they came to know about the disaster, the approaching disaster before the humans could realize what was going on. And even you can see certain examples. We did not find many carcasses, that means the dead bodies of animals, whereas we found the dead bodies of the human beings. What else was mentioned was, you can see here, it was observed that the elephants were running away from the Patanangal beach. The three elephants were running away from the Patanangal beach, here you can see only the carcasses were found. No animal carcasses were not found there. No animal dead bodies were found, except two water buffaloes. Except two water buffaloes, no animal carcasses were found. um, Only three elephants were running from the Padanangal beach, whereas this is an incident that has been mentioned by the Sri Lankan gentleman who said that his dogs are always excited to go out on a daily run. But on that day, when tsunami had actually hit, they did not want to go out for their daily run on the beach. They are usually excited, but they did not want to go out, and this was the reason most probably they saved his life also. That's it. These were few incidents from the chapter Tsunami. Now it's time that I'll give you the brief summary of it again, so that we come to know what this story is all about. Once again, a brief summary. In Tsunami, Igneous, the manager of a cooperative society, lost two of his children, wife, and his father-in-law as he could not get alarmed by the tremor. Sanjeev, this was the first incident. Second, Sanjeev was a policeman. He jumped into the water to rescue his cook's wife, but they both swept away. This was the second incident. Third, Meghna and Alma. Again, I am joining the stories of Meghna and Alma, as I told you that they have similar stories. Meghna and Alma's families were washed away. Both of them kept floating in sea for days. Meghna floated in the sea for 2 days, holding onto a wooden plank. She was brought to the shore by the waves. Similarly, Alma climbed onto a wooden log of wood and she fainted, and she woke up and she was found in the hospital in Karmotra. Both these girls were traumatized after the incident, while Meghna was seen walking on the seashore in days, whereas Alma does not want to talk about this incident anymore. Both of them were actually not noticed by the relief helicopter. Tilly Smith, that this was the third and the fourth incident. Now Tilly Smith, she was a British schoolgirl. She was able to save many lives when tsunami struck Phuket Beach in Thailand, as she had seen the sea behaving in the same way in a video in her class of tsunami that she had seen in her geography lesson or the geography video. Um, it was the video that she had seen of tsunami that had hit Hawaiian Islands in 1946. She had won a number of awards. The tourists there in Phuket had thanked Tilly and her geography lesson that had warned her. Before tsunami in India and Sri Lanka, wild animals. This was the story of Tilly Smith. Now the animals. Before tsunami in India and Sri Lanka, wild and domestic animals fled to safety. Elephants ran for higher grounds. Dogs refused to go out. Flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas, as seemed to know what was going to happen because they could sense the approaching disaster. It is believed that the animals possess sixth sense as well as the acute hearing sense, and they have more acute hearing sense that help them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. Near about 150,000 people were killed in tsunami in a dozens of countries, but not many animals. We did not find. Uh, we did not see animal carcasses there, except for two water buffaloes, and this was just because they had the acute sense of hearing as well as the sixth sense. This was the chapter Tsunami with few inspiring and important incidents. Now, what you are going to do is you will be doing the comprehension check and be working with text. I will be uploading your answers in your ERP and discussing the same with you all. Thank you.